So you are going to hear some ignorant people saying that there is no good drinking water in Africa. There is no good food in Africa. People are dying of hunger and starvation. And it even goes to an extent that these same people are saying that there is no cities in Africa, that Africans are living in forests, like as you can see, somewhere that looks like forest, and that we are living on trees and stuff like that, huts. You know what I mean? These are two images of Africa. Image one showcasing the real Africa, which is supposed to be shown on mainstream, and image two showcasing the still developing area of Africa. But you are going to agree with me that if these two images are put for the mainstream media to choose the one that they can easily showcase Africa on, they will choose image two with no doubt. Have you ever asked yourself why Africa is always being shown from the negative point of view? Whenever they want to read about Africa in the news, they are always talking about Africa. If maybe there is a coup, there is a crisis, there is, something going on that always portrays negativity on the continent. Do you know why this is happening? The first, they are doing this to target you, the diasporans, to make you all to believe and to understand that you don't even supposed to go there. Just look at how that place is. You should not go there. So they are targeting you indirectly. That is why whenever I'm telling you all to come to Africa and invest, some of you might be thinking, well, Nelson, should I come to Africa? Should I not? From my standpoint, the way I've been seeing Africans on the news lately, it really, really makes me not to come. But the reality is, Africa is not what is being shown on the news. Each and every country has the negative side and the positive side. In every country that you go in the world, there is no country that you are not going to see poor areas. There is no country that you are not going to see crime rates, homeless people on the street, poor people. In every country, you are going to find people like this.
Canada is the country that the wealthy, that even immigrants are leaving. They can't wait to leave. The direction that Canada is going, and what you as a Canadian or as an aspiring wealthy Canadian investor individual, you should move out as soon as possible. The first reason why I recommend you to move out of Canada and why thousands, even hundreds of thousands of people are moving out of Canada is the increase in crime. Fentanyl crisis. The addictions are through the roof. Overdoses are through the roof. Homeless are through the roof. All over the street, you see the random attacks on people on the metro. Canada isn't the safe country that it once was. It isn't the country that was advertised as peaceful, as everybody loves each other. Everything is wonderful in Canada. It isn't that country anymore. Now you have this massive drug crisis. People attacking randomly on the street for absolutely no reason, and you're always on edge. When you go to the metro, when you walk around the street, everybody's on edge. They don't want to talk to you anymore. They're afraid. Everybody's afraid, and the government has let this happen, and it's going to increase even more. Crime is going to get even worse over the next couple of years. And if you're a wealthy Canadian, you're thinking, oh, Canada is the best place in the world. It's safer than the United States. Yeah, in some places it is much safer than the US, but you have places that completely crush Canada in terms of safety.
Huh? Where you going? I'm going back to Africa. Africa? No, you guys lied to us. Hey, if you come. No, this is not bro, this is not a good plan.
Now, I just want us to imagine the medias in Africa, the news stations in Africa, just focusing their minds and energies on showing the bad side of these countries. Like whenever they want to talk about some countries, they always point but the bad side, the negative side of that country. What is going to be the mentality or the mindset of Africans towards that country? Automatically, it is going to be programmed to believe that these countries there is a lot of homeless people on the street. They don't even have places to sleep. So it is the same thing that they are doing. They are programming the mind. That is why you are going to hear some ignorant questions from people like, are Africans having houses? Is there good drinking water in Africa? So it is programming. All right, they are programming you to believe that Africa is in this state, they are programming you to believe that Africa is this way so that they don't want you to come to Africa. But I must tell you this, Africa is more than what you think, and Africa is the right place for you to be. The same way they made us to believe back in the 60s, 70s, early 2000s, and they made us to believe that the diaspora are doing well. That if you could have asked any Africans that, what do you think about the African diaspora? Like, do you think that they are facing injustice in the diaspora? Majority of us back then will tell you that no, because that is what they have showed, or that is what they have been showing us. you know so this thing is all programming until when social media started coming out, and then the truth finally was showing. Because at that time, when we were seeing African American stars like Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Mary J, a lot of these African American celebrities, and then some few movies also, we knew that everything was okay. You know, we knew that everything was fine until when social media started coming out and some things started revealing. That is why you hear some Africans telling you that they never knew that they were black until they left the motherland. So this thing is all programming, all right? It is being programmed for us to jam our heads, all right? So you should not believe what you see about Africa unless you have come to Africa. And if you're coming to Africa, of course, you need to know that each and every country has the good side and the bad side. Africa has cities, a lot of luxury life going on down here. If you got the money, same way you're going to find it in the US or in the other countries, Canada and Europe and stuff like that.